This week's app of the week is Rolling Sky. There are up to 10 levels that get harder each level. Rolling Sky is a mobile runner game where you control a ball as you roll through a level filled with dazzling, colorful displays and deadly traps. It may take you a while to beat, but it's worthwhile.
Two former Penn State University administrators have pleaded guilty in the Jerry Sandusky child molestation case more than 5 years after the scandal broke. Ex-athletic director Tim Curley and former university vice president Gary Schultz each pleaded guilty Monday in Harrisburg to a misdemeanor child endangerment charge. Penn State ex-president Graham Spiner is also charged in the case, but he's not in court. The three handled a 2001 complaint by a graduate assistant who said he saw Sandusky, a retired defensive football coach, sexually abusing a boy in a team shower. They did not report the matter to police or child welfare authorities, but told Sandusky he was not allowed to bring children to the campus. Sandusky was arrested a decade later and convicted in 2012.
Let's go.
All the types of cream pies. Banana cream pie. I think there's a mint cream pie, chocolate cream pie, coconut cream pie, which is a personal highlight for me. Lemon meringue, plus the seasonal pies, pumpkin pie, apple spice pie, apple cinnamon pie, caramel apple pie, chicken pot pie for dinner, savory category, right there. John Kellogg is this year's winner of the
At least a half a dozen times over 2 decades, authorities investigated reports that members of the Word of Faith Fellowship were being beaten. And every time, according to former congregates, the order came down from church leaders, they must lie to protect the sect. Matthew Fenner said he was leaving a prayer service on January 27, 2013, when nearly 24 people held him captive for 2 hours, slapping, punching, choking, and blasting him to expel his homosexual demons. For nearly 2 years, Fenner said he waged a battle with various law enforcement agencies until the 5 congregates he said administered the worst beatings were charged with kidnapping and assault. Nearly 2 more years later, no trial date has been set because of persistent legal wranglings, mostly by defense lawyers who also are Word of Faith members. Meantime, former congregates say church founder Jane Whaley has been working to sabotage the case, holding meetings with congregates to make sure their stories match her narrative. Fenner is a liar. Whaley turned down repeated requests to discuss the allegations against the church, but hours after the first AP stories were released last week, the church posted a statement on its website calling the accusations false and saying Word of Faith Fellowship does not condone or allow abuse in any form at our church.
The church was really weird in that if any guy got close to another guy, not close as in just had a conversation is what I mean, they would sense that they were gay. And it was just like a big thing because like Gay was like, they called it a spirit that needed to be cast out. Had Matthew around the neck and would like lean him forward basically in half and then shove him back so hard that the chair would tip back. And then as soon as Forrest brought him back, she'd bring him back again and then shove him back. So at this point, like Matthew's like, he's like, you can tell he's not really with it because he's white as a sheet. And I was just like, he's gonna die. Because I mean, Matthew's a very small framed person, so he can only take so much. So I just kept like waiting for like him to either pass out or fall on the floor. Like I knew it was like something was about to happen. And I mean, like, I honestly don't know how he survived. I thought that was gonna be the first person that they were gonna kill. Like, I don't even know.